Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Broken Sword 1, Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. This is part 5 we're on to now already. It's almost 5 hours into the game already. That's amazing. What happened in the last one? Well, we finally got into Khan's room in the Hotel Ubu, thanks to the help from that lady downstairs, and we found a bunch of stuff. We shimmied across the window. We found a manuscript, all the old depictions on there. Then Nico gave us the name, the curator of a museum called Lobino, an expert. Probably we need to go hit up for that manuscript, try and decode some of that. Went to the museum, he wasn't there. Strange security guard in a window. Some puzzles there we still have to solve, but we did find out the next location we need to go see is a big site in Ireland, of all places. So that's basically where we went and we ended up, and we're trying to get in the castle where the archaeological dig was, and that's where we left the episode last time. So without further ado, we're going to dive straight back in. Alright, let's see if we can get into this castle. Who's this guy? Gate. Back. Hey, Mel, let's have a chat with this guy.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots. Hi, do you speak English?
Well, no, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
Again, straight into the Irish awesomeness.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. But if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
600. Does he know anything about any of this stuff?
Have you any use for this towel?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear me, no.
I wonder what it's going to be used for.
Does this curiously twisted piece of wire mean anything to you?
Oh dear. Now what would you be wanting with a cruel snare like that?
Oh, it's not mine. It belongs to the old guy in the bar.
Ah, yes, it would.
Alright.
I have to go now.
Let's see what's over here. A locked gate.
The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood.
Gonna have to do more talking.
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
See if he knows anything about it. Although I think we're gonna have to go back to the pub.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
No, he doesn't. Okay.
I have to go now.
Let's see what we can do back here. McGuire!
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
Fitzgerald. Let's go see what he's got to say then.
See you later, kid.
Okay,
Which one was
mister.
Fitzgerald? I mean, yesterday's stuff played us.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Huh?
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram.
So
if
nervous.
he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he?
Oh, package.
So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Okay.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Hypnotize.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
People.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more
But
about
it's
it.
Khan.
But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Oh, it's not Khan.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
That's what's in there. Oh, whoopsie. Uh-oh.
Hey, I just seen a big red...
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy maker.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Me too? Either. Let's see what went down out here. Oh, whoa. What's that?
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I, and I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass, but the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
Wow. What?
He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Oh. Those pants. Alright. What's this?
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand. The
Switch?
plastic cover had been smashed and broken away, revealing a switch. It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Oh, I got it then. No. Oh, so whatever you did, you pushed the button. Okay. See that nothing in here. What McGuire's got else to say? Oh, hello.
It was a trap door in the sidewalk. I tugged at the trap door, but it was locked from the inside.
Maybe we can. Oh, so the switch. Okay. Let's use this.
Maybe not.
Maybe I have to wait. Yeah. Nope. Buzzer. Oh, the great tool. He said it's locked. Alright, we're locked now.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Look at Pixie.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Maybe the package fell somewhere out of sight.
Down there.
What do you think this wire could be used for?
Stealing cars. There's only one problem.
The local policeman?
No.
No,
Nobody in
it's not a
Lochbarn has
car.
got a car.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Alright, let's see if I can get down in the cellar. That means talking to the bartender.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea, is it?
Alright, so...
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Aw, jeez.
Alright, so this has stopped working now, so...
Look, I gotta be going.
Alright, yes.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
You gonna let us in there?
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Can we go around the back now? No, 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 no.
I couldn't see...
Okay. Plug. Back. Talk to me.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Hey, how about another drink?
Same again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
I'm sorry, but
Kids of
the
today.
pump appears to be broken.
So let me in there. How do I get in there? Dee.
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Alright, let's go. I guess we're gonna have to
I gotta be going.
talk to everybody again, huh? Nothing new's come up.
Hey,
Hello there again, mister.
aren't you gonna help Fitzgerald?
What does he need my help for?
Didn't you hear what McGuire said? He's been hit by a car.
What an idiot. People call me stupid, but I've never done that.
Don't you feel any sympathy for poor Fitzgerald?
He never bothered about me, so why should I?
Bye for now.
Another not obvious puzzle. They're
Excuse me,
devious.
Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there.
What now?
Now,
We're gonna get some kind of. We're gonna get him away from the
Fitzgerald
bar.
might have been given something by Pegram.
I thought he acted strangely.
I'm talking about the gem. It was something he said.
Were you not speaking to him when he ran out of the bar?
Yeah, sure. Just talking, that's all. Goodbye for now. He wasn't listening. It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
Alright, let's see if McGuire knows an electrician.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Oh.
See you later, kid.
Alright, it's
Okay,
time to check
mister.
the notes. Locals, came across this guy. Sean, yep, nervous as long-tailed cat. Over. A leprechaun can't run a leprechaun, so it must be him. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so how the heck can we walk past this? Is that as simple as it's gonna be? Oh, it's not. Oh,
It was a trap door in the sidewalk.
it's locked.
I tugged at the trap door, but it was locked from the inside.
So we have to get in there. How do we get in there? This guy.
Hello again.
What?
I'm looking for Sean Fitzgerald. Have you seen him?
Never heard of him.
Don't you come from around here?
None of your business. I didn't ask where you come from, did I?
I'm from California.
That's your problem.
Did you ever see Fitzgerald at Peagram's Dig?
I never heard of either of them.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
What? Oh, dude. I didn't click anything. Must have done.
Hey! Hello there again, mister.
Let's go through the motions.
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
Not me, mister.
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
Well, no.
What?
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards of the Vatican itself.
Nothing, is there? Nothing.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
Bye for now.
What do we do?
Excuse
It's
me.
gotta be the
Yes, sir?
bartender.
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my
Are you
credentials.
kidding me?
Well, now, isn't that marvellous? Here's a house bedevilled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Okay. This game, man. Gotta try everything with
And when
everybody.
you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Otherwise, you're just gonna miss it, and it's not obvious. It's cool though. Alright, let's see if we can fix this. So, get in there, George. Choose that wire.
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Okay. Oh, we can take the plug out.
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
Pull out.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug.
Now, where you going?
I couldn't see anything.
Okay. Let's use the wire on it. Nope.
I replaced the fuse with
Right.
a piece
Oh,
of wire.
that's safe.
I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me,
catch
Mr.
fire.
Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now,
To be
you
sure,
can take
that's
a
the
look at
place
beer
to be.
pumps.
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on my hands.
The
Alright,
pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right.
let's go.
You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
That's what we wanted. We'll find a lot more than a flashlight, hopefully. Oh, we're gonna we're gonna fuse ourselves down here. That's up. Right, let's see what. That's a circuit breaker or a hammer.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
So we'll use something with this now, have we? No. Alright, try everything with everything. Nothing makes sense until it makes sense. People, you're kicking yourself thinking, what did you just put a matchbook up against that thing for? Alright, none of that's just a joke. Let's do it again. Push it back.
I pulled the lever and the bolt creaked back into place.
It says it's unlocking. Oh, let's go back up and check.
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Yeah, let's go up. Check out the grates now. Give me some puzzle music. Yes!
I lifted the trap door and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar
Wonderful.
below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Now we can see because the light's gone. Uh-oh. On.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
Alright, let's go check it out. In. Down.
Now I could see. I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight easily. Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trap door.
Jim. We just need the tripod now.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Good job, George.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way, you're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet
Packet
of
of
chips.
chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Nice. Just when you think
It
you're
was
not
a
gonna
rusty
solve
faucet.
these puzzles, get them.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Anything we can do with this?
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Use that tool. Don't know why. Oh, alright, let's get out of here. Don't need to do that yet. Alright, we got the gem, so let's go try and get the castle. How do we get in the castle? Let's see. Alright,
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out.
there's the gem and the flashlight. Alright, so lots has happened since we last talked to this guy. Let's talk to him.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Hey. Ferrari. Ferrari.
Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car? And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
Very dramatic narrator.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Which part? He's been abducted? He wasn't killed.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
I think you ought to
Go get
know
him.
exactly what Sean has gotten himself
How are we
into.
pushing him?
I'm not sure I
We have
want
to
to
get something
know.
with this
But you're
car.
his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
What the?
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvellous! I think I should start me inquiries in the
Good place. Good place. Now it's working. Well, actually, it's not. The pumps aren't working, are
He
they?
strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
He didn't fix the pumps. Let's get up. Can we climb this thing? Yes.
The stack of hay stopped, short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
There's no way of getting up there. Gosh, George. Oh, what's this?
There was a narrow crack between two of the stones where the centuries-old mortar had crumbled away.
Use the crack.
I pushed my fingers into the narrow crack. It went back several inches into the rock.
So we can make a step with the tool. It's not that long.
I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove.
Mortarless
It remained
crack.
lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Right, we use it.
I tugged at the lifting.
Okay. Right, let's go. Nice. What is that? It's a goat. Wow. Back up. He does. Okay, we can't select him. Let's go around him. Oh. Okay. Will he come after us if we just walk? Oh. Okay, what can we do
It
with
was
this?
a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
He's gonna come at us again. Oh. Bit jarring.
The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Okay. He won't get us now then. What? That was easy. Cutscene. Totally changed the way it looks. This is totally Indiana Jones stuff now. Love this. Up. What we got? All this stuff everywhere. Alright, we're back in. Plenty to look at here.
There was a pattern of 5 holes arranged on the wall. They'd been drilled there deliberately.
So 5 pegs have to go in there. Push. Touch. Active.
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened.
Pronounce. Enunciate. Well done, George. What's that? What? Well, there's your pattern right there.
It was a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall. 5 fingers of stone projected from the back of the
What's
carving.
the bet? It's too heavy. Oh.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand. The statue lay face up in the soft sand.
Okay, did it leave imprint? Yep.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
How about that?
I placed my fingers in the 5 impressions left by the fallen stone. It was weird. They fit perfectly.
Linear puzzles. Okay, let's... What else is in here? Door?
Behind the altar was a carved panel, decorated with animals, birds, and plants.
Open?
I tried in vain to move the panel.
No dice. Okay, what's this?
The sack contained a fine white powder.
Plaster of Paris. Is it?
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris.
Away.
I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
Well, guess what we're doing with it now then? Let's go use it in this hole. Do we have any water though? Where you at? Oh, didn't pick it up. Left click.
I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
Oh no. What? You just felt the fine powder. What's that?
It was a handful of plaster left
Oh.
in the castle by Pegram's archaeology team.
So you did pick it up, okay. Alright, this time. Good shot from
I sprinkled the
4 feet in the
plaster
air.
on the sand until the holes were filled.
Okay, we need to add water to it though, right?
The patch of sand where the statue had fallen was covered with a dense sprinkling of plaster. I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement. I smoothed...
Okay, so... Alright, we have to activate it with some water. Or beer. Just trying to think of any fluids we've seen. That's it. Alright, so back to the bar. Goat. Guess we have to go back to the bar. I'm guessing here. Still looking after your hay bales. Oh, Maguire. Let's go see if we can get a pint of beer. I don't need to talk to him just yet. We're stuck here for dialogue time. Let's go get it. Everything's running.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Want a beer?
May I borrow this towel?
You can keep it.
Okay. Oh.
Does this
I'm not interested.
Where do I
Look,
get a beer?
I gotta be going.
Oh, downstairs. Do I have anything to put water in? I don't. Towel. Alright, let's try this.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Nothing else here. Let's towel, use, water. Yes. Now do we have to get there before it dries
I
up?
held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water. I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
You're a good man, George. Alright, let's see. I hope we haven't got time crimp on this. Zoom. No! The goat's not free. Get down! Alright, that was quick. Let's use the towel and the plaster. Yes! Pretty accurate still.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Alright, set it up.
My improvised plaster cast was slowly drying out.
Want to pick it up?
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
Door open.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
I love this. Secrets. So George is underground. What's going on with you, Nico? Got a message? Not touching that thing again. Teddy bear, whatever it is. Let's check the message first.
I had messages waiting to be played. I had messages waiting to be played.
You have 3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column.
Wow.
Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Whoa, Ireland. It's a whole different country. And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly.
No.
I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Oh gosh.
Merlin? Oh my God. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and warn her now. When it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing, but I couldn't just let her die.
Let's go.
I arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
Use this to climb up.
Fixed tight. Presumably to stop critics stealing it. Who else would want to?
Alright, let's get in.
Locked? No way was I going to break through a door like that. The intercom system wasn't working.
Oh, man.
Bad sign. Somebody had cut the wire.
Oh, bueno. Alright,
It was
what's
held in
these things?
place by wires. Maybe it wasn't art after all. Maybe it was a cell phone transmitter. People say, what's the point of modern art? I say, isn't it obvious?
Not always. Alright, can we do anything with them? Just don't have anything. Break anything. Let's go kick them. Oh.
I unhooked the first wire.
And a second. It's gonna fall down. I'm gonna climb it.
I released the second wire. Even with both wires removed, the statue remained upright.
We will push it, push it, push it.
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
Up we go. Not too late.
The plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Good old brass casing. How many different ways to use? How many different things in this game? I love how we have a male and female protagonists in this game. I love it. Uh-oh, lights are off.
My God,
Oh, no.
I'm too late. Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be all right.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier. How absurd. You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
She was gone. She cheated me, lied to me, used me. But why? Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice palace.
What's this?
Around her neck was a locket. I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key. I took the key. I had to leave. I knew I could never return.
What do we do with the gold key? So I can't remember. Clearly part of the organization lied to me up front was a sham. Once planted that the murder will come after them. Okay. George drunk. Well, in a visit, the car and the costume killer. She's in terrible danger. I have to go and warn her. It's a Merle's turn to die. This time dressed as a cavalier. Police will investigate. But all the other killings. Alright, I don't know what this key's for.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
What's she doing? Oh. I remember being able to click on that picture last time. Oh, the box. In the trunk.
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Right, this has got a little keyhole in it. And the plot. Yep. There it is.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key.
Does
the elephant
now.
on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Wow, you're just finding this all out, Nico.
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
Oh, the other part of the picture.
Hotel St. George, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No. They'll just give you a phony job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. It was a photograph of Imelda. I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father. I stared at my father's image. Looked deep into his eyes. What was he thinking when this picture was taken? How brave he had been. I missed him so much. He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
Right, where do we go now? Is it George's turn again? Yep. Nope.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Hello, George. So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead.
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
What?
Pigram's gem?
The Templars' gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod. A knight with a crystal ball. The Knight Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. There's a guy working on a loom.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. Do you want to look after the gem?
No, Josh. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
I need to check the notes.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Kron Museum.
Right.
And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Check up on George's notes here. Slept with a dead man, what?
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Tangled web. Alright, where are we going, George? Let's look at his notes. Sean was the guy who got the package and he got run over. Jack Marquet. Leprechaun. Khan. Okay. That Khan. Got it. Okay. Billy Goat. Nico been pressed. Open the secret door. Join Locus for quick beer. Paris Montfaucon. Need to find out what Montfaucon is all about. Something to do with a hanging man. Okay, that was that freeze that was on the when George went through the door and the flashlight. All right, let's get the police out of the way first. It's probably a lot inane talk here. Oh, he's gone.
It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant. Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic. In the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
So you know him, huh?
No way.
Alright, let's get out of
See you
here.
later, Sergeant.
So, Montmartre. Okay. Nico had us look for him. Okay. Alright, there's a hospital, there's a dad. Let's go there. It's the way. It's...
I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
That's drama. Okay. Dead.
The guy seemed to be practicing his air of authority. Today, he was working on his withering stare.
You.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Rude.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
Rules.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Giving stuff away.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Exclusive room.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not. So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
What do we have?
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit.
Yep.
If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Nice.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
Uh-oh.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well-disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
Guess we're gonna see.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna, and turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
How do we get there? That way? Or that way? Right, this one first.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
What? This is going to be a maze.
He looked blissfully happy, for no apparent reason.
We're going to be using you.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
Wow.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Mr. Shiny.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind me back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull-through.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Alright.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
You have to spill something.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
So we're a bit off track here, but I guess we have to do this. Let's go, George. Yeah. Waiting for. That'll do. Away. Okay. Aha.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
You'll need this, Doctor.
Something tells me just by getting that jacket, I've skipped a lot of heartache.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeyer. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good.
What's that?
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, Doctor.
On that, George.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Bedtime.
This guy didn't look sick to me. He didn't have spots or stitches, and he certainly didn't have a fever.
Spots, stitches, or fever.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it. What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young
3
woman.
months?
Efficient?
Hospital?
You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true.
Seems to
She's
be.
quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
I'll
Alright.
come back later.
See what we. Just gonna stop
Doctor!
us. Oh. Alright.
What is it?
You haven't taken my blood pressure.
Gonna get Georged.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
He's gonna stop us, isn't he? What can we do? Gonna shock him?
Hi, it's me again. No way.
Okay.
I'll come back.
Oh, Doctor.
What now?
You didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Okay, let's try again.
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
What are we gonna do here?
Maybe not. Hi, it's me again. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
I think there's anything here. Oh, there's something missing. Let's get out. Go the other way. Oh, hello. What? Speak to them.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Yes, sir? Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
Bunny?
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
We can manipulate you.
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something. Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
See you later.
Right.
Right. Now what's going to happen?
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Well, can't now.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing me.
I'll keep...
I have to see...
How come? It's but...
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, let's talk to her. I don't know.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
No idea what I'm doing here. Let's go talk to the dude again. See if we can talk to him and get him to come and do the blood pressure. Talk to him? Yes.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Do you still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Keep it safe until I think of something. See you later.
Right.
Excuse me, sir.
Aha! Just the man. You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him? He is fresh out of medical school.
Okay.
It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Okay. Talk. Where'd he go?
Hey, Benoit.
Yes,
Hard to
sir?
find him. Let's
You
go.
still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Keep it safe until I
Come
think
with
of
me.
something.
Is he gonna follow us?
Follow me, Benoit.
Okay.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, it's me again.
Okay.
I'll come back later.
Benoit, take his blood
Hey,
pressure.
Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Do you still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Oh, thank goodness.
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
That was hard work. I'm sorry, you must be pulling your hair out. Everyone's like, dude, you should have done this ages ago. Alright, so he's getting his blood pressure. Okay, I can go now. Alright, this might be a good place to end this episode as well. We've run well over an hour by this point. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now that we're this close to be able to get in there and see Marquet. We've uncovered a ton of information in this episode, so loads to think about. We've got the gem, got to try and get the tripod, we've got a bunch of puzzle stuff to look for. The notebook is filling up with things to do, so we're going to do that in the next episode. Hopefully this guy here is going to shed some more light on it. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it and you like stuff like this, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, that would be great, and a positive comment would be awesome. That really helps the channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.